welcome back and thanks for tuning in. So today I'm not on a vacation, actually I'm home and I'm going to do something that I promised you guys before, but I feel like it took me something like 2 months to fulfill it. But yeah, anyways, I'm so sorry for that. I'm going to do it today. So I'm actually seated in my sitting room at the moment. So if you hear some like sudden noises, that's like my wash machine here. I'm doing laundry, and while I'm waiting for my clothes to finish, I just remembered that I have to do a video that I promised one of the days back. So today I'm going to talk about the rules and regulations in Germany, and some of the shocks actually that I got is from the day I arrived in this country. And yeah, there will probably be a shock to you guys, so let's tune in. So I've made quite a lot of notes here, but yeah, just pinpoints so that at least I don't forget anything that I want to say. I'll probably be looking a lot of times at I noted them in my iPad, so I'll probably be looking this side sometimes, or probably I don't know. So Germany has some of the weirdest and trickiest rules in the world, but first and foremost, I want to say Germany is one of the best good countries in the world when it comes to a lot of things. If you look at it from other perspectives, you can search about it. Germany is quite a good country, and it has a very good economy and whatnot. So these rules that I'm going to talk about today, I just selected the ones that you might think they are a bit, they are not like the ones that you feel like they hold no weight, and you probably, when you do them, nothing will happen to you. But actually, these are the rules that if you break them, they are the ones that will mostly get you in trouble in Germany. So let's dig in. So the first rule that was also a shock to me when I came here is the no noise rule on Sundays and every day from 10 o'clock, like 2200 hours. So in Germany, there's this law. It's not even a rule, it's a law. It's forbidden by the law for people to make noise on Sundays. Things like vacuuming and drilling on Sundays are strictly prohibited. And if you are found doing them, it's either you get fined or the police will, it's either you get a warning or the police will come get you from your house, or you'll be asked to take yourself to the police station. So there's one thing I didn't tell you about. So in this country, the people will not look for you. The police, the government will not look for you when you did something wrong, or just anything that they need from you. They will not look for you, you will look for them instead. So if you break any of these rules, the no noise rule in Germany, you will end up being fined, or you end up at the police station explaining as to why you were making noise on Sunday. And to me, it's quite of a shock because I came from a country where Sundays it's almost like other normal days, except for when we are going to church. Yeah, mostly from morning to afternoons is quiet, but then after that there's nothing like a no noise rule. And then also every day from Monday to Saturday after 10 o'clock in the night, no noise. So yeah, that was quite a shock to me. So, and I think it'll probably be shocking to you also if you don't live in Germany or in a country that also has a no noise rule on Sundays and every day from 10 o'clock. So the next rule that I'm going to talk about is it's called, what is it? Jaywalking in Germany is a very big crime, and it's not just a matter of the police alone and the law and whatnot. It's also a matter of community concern. So actually here, if you jaywalk, that means if you cross the robots, or in other countries you say if you cross at the traffic lights when it's not the green sign for people and bicycles to cross, it's a very, very big crime here. And if the police is not there, the community members have to make sure that you learn a lesson that jaywalking is a very big crime here, and you are like misleading everybody. So here, so if you are jaywalking, even if it's 3 a.m. and you try to do that, you probably think now there's no car coming, so even if it's red and it's middle of the night, I just have to cross and go to the other side. You never know who's watching. And one thing about Germans, they never sleep. So I don't know where they come from, but they never sleep. And if you jaywalk like that, you hear this sound, halt. I don't know. Yeah, it's good sometimes, but it's also bad sometimes when you are in a hurry. For example, you want to go catch a bus or a train that is on the other side, and and then you probably realize that now it's going probably in a minute, and sometimes they take long for them to release the green light or whatever it is. So if you like, let me just run, there are no cars coming, probably, yeah, no. First thing, you are committing a crime. Secondly, you are misleading the community and the children, because if a child sees you jaywalking, they might think that you are doing the right thing, and tomorrow this child is going to do the same thing that you have done. Probably the child will not even look at both sides of the road for the child to see that no, there's no car coming this side and there's no car coming that side, so let me also just curb because I saw an elder doing it. So that's why it's more of a, sorry, that's my wash machine. So that's why it's more of a community concern than a police concern. So that was quite a shock for me when I came to this country, because in my country, it's only in some towns where these traffic lights are strictly respected. They are respected, but not so strictly like in Germany. Like sometimes you have to like make your hand like this for the car owner to say to see that you are passing by, or sometimes you look in the left, right, and then you say that there's no car coming, and then you cross. But here that's not the case, and sometimes in some countries the cars even know that it's probably human whatever. I don't have a license, so I don't really know the sign so well. So it's people supposed to cross, but then they'll still drive through. Like it's quite a thing here. Here, if it's a person to cross, they will cross. If it's a car to cross, they will cross. If you cross at a time that you are not supposed to cross, you are in very big trouble. Rule number 3 that I want to talk about is the recycling rule in Germany. Germany has a very, very, very strict rule and recycling standards that everyone has to follow. Here, you don't just put every what is meal of English? Oh my god, sorry. You don't just put rubbish in one plastic or maybe 2 plastics. Here you have to like separate the rubbish according to the plastics. You know what they do in the hospitals, in most hospitals all over the world. They separate the rubbish according to the plastics. So here in households, household use is also what you do. You separate the rubbish according to the plastics. So the food and whatever it's called, bio and rice meal, it should be different from plastic. It should be different from where you put your boxes and papers and whatnot. And it also should be different from where you put things like packets. And you should also have to be careful, like people that eat yogurt and whatnot. The yogurt package should be separated from the other what is it called? The khalid man, the one that you peel off like this. So if you throw it in the dustbin with the khalid on the foily thingy, you are breaking the rules. So it's like you have to remove that foily thingy of the plastic package, and then you throw it in a different dustbin, and then the plastic package you throw it also in a different dustbin. So for me that was quite a shock, because I'll open a yogurt and then leave the plastic there, throw it in the same dustbin. So that's quite a shock. And then another thing about recycling in Germany, cans means money in some of the bottles. So here if you throw away a can, you are throwing away money. So I'll show you guys in one of the videos that I'm going to post. I have quite a lineup for you, so don't worry. And so these cans, they have something called fund, a funding, that something not like fund in English, fund, it's a German word. So you get money back after you take it back to the machine and whatnot, and you'll be able to use that money within that shop. So it's like money, cans are money. And also you have to mind the way you throw this rubbish out, especially when I talked about the rule of no noise on Sundays and every day from 10 o'clock. So the way you throw away this rubbish, you should be mindful that you don't make any noise. If you have glasses that don't have a fund and you are going to throw them away on Sundays, you have to make sure that you go deep in the dustbin until the end of the dustbin, so that this glass doesn't make any noise. If it makes noise, you see the neighbors staring at you from their windows, and you should respect that. So the 4th rule that I want to talk about is the television and radio in Germany. So in Germany, no matter which part of Germany you are, no matter if you are in the north, east, south, west, or wherever you are, in which city, you have to pay for you have to pay for television and radio. Whether you listen to it to the radio, whether you have it in your house, it doesn't matter. As long as the rule that is there, that in Germany you have to lawfully follow this. Even if you don't watch TV or you don't have it in your household, you have to pay for it. And you know what, name? For all these rules that I have talked about, actually, I failed so badly, not so badly, almost so badly in two of them. Whereby one I'm going to talk about it in the story time that I plan to tell at the end. So here, the rule for the TV and radio is very strict, and it should be followed by everybody. Like I said, whether you have a TV or you don't have. And actually, I was almost fined. But one thing about Germany, before they're fined, some of these fines you have at least to receive warnings. But then these warnings don't come in a way of warning. So about the radio, actually. So actually, when I came in Germany, I was living in a shared apartment whereby everybody has to pay for the TV and radio. Even if the household is already registered under someone's name, you have to make sure that your name, like my name in that case, has to be under someone's name that is registered already, and I have to make sure that I pay to this person, because that means if my name is under hers or his, then that means they are paying on my behalf. And if I don't give them money, or if I don't tell them to include my name, like to put my name under their names, then that means I'm not paying for the TV and radio. So me, knowing that the household was already under someone's name, I just kept quiet. And then I received a letter for the first time telling me that I need to sign up for the radio thing, and then I just ignored it. And then the second time I received another letter. Then it was almost the same, but it's just the same content. No, you should sign up for the TV and pay whatever. And then I went to the person that had the TV, that had the radio registered under a name, and then I asked her, no, these people sent me 3 notices until now. So she was like, that's the second warning. The third warning you are going to get, it will come with a yellow envelope. And a yellow envelope in Germany means danger. So I had to make sure that I signed up, and I didn't know if I probably could have waited for another 7 days, they could have sued me, my God. So that's actually about it. That's actually about the TV and radio in Germany. So, and that was a very big shock for me, because in my country, you don't do such things. The only thing that you have to pay, and I think you pay it yearly, is for the TV license. So, and it has to do with if you have it in your household or it's registered under your name, then you have to pay for the TV license. But here, it's something different. And for the radio, you just go in China shop, you buy a radio, you buy batteries, and then you listen to a radio without paying tax for it. But in Germany, And while I'm here at the paying of radio and whatnot, there's also something I remember in Germany. If you're a Christian, you have to pay for that also. Especially if you're a Roman Catholic, you have to pay for that. So sometimes when you're going to we call it backup bureau, it's like, how do I say it? It's like the office that has to do with all the government things. I forgot the name in English. So if they ask you, are you Christian, or are you, what did they ask me? They asked me, are you Christian? And then I said yes. They asked if I'm evangelist was like evangelist, or if I'm Catholic. So in most cases, if you are Catholic, you are required to pay for this. And sometimes if you don't specify to them if you are evangelist or Catholic, they'll just put that you have to pay. And also there are some cases whereby you as evangelist, that's like Elsin and Anglican, you also have to pay. But that one I still have to look it up. I don't really know how it works. But then I know if you are a Christian and mostly Catholic, you have to pay for that in Germany. Like I think every month or so. But it's not a lot. It's not a lot of money. But it's just a shock to me that you have to pay for being Christian. It's not like but I think in most countries also you have to pay for this when you turn 18 or so, when you start working. But then here it's a bit different, but almost the same though. Anyways, so the next rule that I want to talk about is the speed limit on the highway in Germany. There is no speed limit. It's a lot crazy, but there's no speed limit. Maybe this is available in some other countries, but for me, I have only seen it here for the first time. until I went to Italy also, where they don't have, maybe they have speed limit, but people just don't follow them. And those ones, even in the streets, doesn't even have to be a highway. Even in the streets, you have to be careful, because driving there is, you guys saw almost in my last video about my vacation in Italy. There, driving is crazy. So in Germany, the speed limit, especially at the highway. Yeah, as I was saying, the speed limit here on a highway, my first ride, it was like a roller coaster. So it's nice for people that like speeds, but you might also think it's a bit somehow. But the Germans find that very interesting, so might be cool. And then while I'm here at the speed limit, because to me it's quite of, I don't know how to put it. Here, beer is more cheaper than water. So, and apparently their beer is purely made, apparently it's only made of yeast. It's only made of like three condensed yeast, water, and what. It's like pure. It's like pure beer. It's, yeah. So, and it's cheap. That's why I'm saying it's cheaper than water. And people here drink like there's no tomorrow. So, those are those are some of the rules that I actually had to come to terms with in Germany. And I'm still learning though. So, story time. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering what type of story I have and what rule did I break and what not. Actually, it's not like I broke the rules. Yeah, I'm just learning the hard way, okay? So, you guys remember the other time my friends and I went on a day trip to Belgium, to Brussels specifically. So that day, yeah, it was cool. We had a lot of fun and whatnot. So going there, you have to like plan, obviously, and the planning includes buying the tickets and whatnot. So before we went, I think we bought the tickets a week before. You know, you have to plan in advance. So the tickets includes transportation with the train, actually, because with Belgium you can go there with a car, you can go there with a bus, you can go there with a train. For us, we chose the train. So, and the train is not so straight, like from our central station to Brussels central station. You have like to connect one stop in between. You have to change the trains, because the one that goes to Belgium is not the same one that will connect like within your region. So there's a regional express train, and then the other one that connects like long distances. So the long distance one was okay, because that one, there's order there. It's almost like a plane. Actually, me, I like it more than a plane though. So the regional one, that was where the danger is. So we went to the train station early morning, because our train was to go at 8:15, if I'm not wrong. Like, yeah, so we went there, and then we realized that I think our train had gone already, something like that. So we had to take the next one. So that was no problem, because we still had the tickets though. So we went to Belgium, we enjoyed ourselves and whatnot. So on our way back, after we connected, now we left the train that looks like a plane, the ICE, it's called ICE train. It dropped us in one of the central stations in Germany, but that was not in our city. So we had to like come back from there with the regional express train. And in this train, there are like two sides of the train. There's the normal class, like second class, and then there's a first class. It's like almost like business class and economy class in the plane. So for us, we chose second class, because yeah, it's obviously cheaper than first class, but not really with a big difference though. So and you buying this ticket for second class does not guarantee you a seat. Yeah, so I was saying, you buying a ticket in the second class does not guarantee you a seat. So it's like you can go in the train, and then you find out that all the seats are occupied, and you have to like stand for the rest of the journey. And it's like 1 hour or something, because from that central station to our central station in our town is like 1 hour, and then from the other central station to Belgium it's like another hour, some minutes. So I think the whole trip took us like maybe 2 hours and 40 something minutes actually. Yeah, so doesn't guarantee a oh my god. It doesn't guarantee a seat if you choose the second class ticket. So for us, when we went there, we actually walked the whole train from the front to the end, passing by the restaurants and whatnot, looking for seats, because we have tickets. And for me, it doesn't honestly make sense for me to pay a ticket that is 50 something euro, and I know it's a coming and going, yeah, return ticket 50 something euro, but then I'm not guaranteed a seat in the regional express train. Actually, if I have a ticket, I'm supposed to have a seat, obviously. So it wasn't sitting so well with us. So we had to, like, when we were walking like that, we were actually looking for seats, not necessarily just walking because we want to walk in the train. So, and you know this class, the first class, I think it's like it's in most sections of the train is the one that is like at the last, something like that. No, at the beginning, actually, sorry. So we moved, and then we left all the first classes in each and every section. Second classes were full. I think this day maybe everyone just traveled to another country or something with the train. So, and then we're like, this is the last section that is left in the train. So, and we can obviously go back. And like that, we were in the first class section. And the thing is, the first class didn't have people. It probably just had 2 to 3 people. And then there were a lot of seats there. And then we're like, okay, so we can sit here. Sorry. So we made ourselves comfortable in the first class. And then there was this other man that was looking at us with this side eyes. And for us, we're like, why is he looking at us? Probably he was just thinking that, why are these ones coming in the first class? Do they even have to? Yeah, blah, blah. But the thing is, not like we couldn't afford first class. We just went for second class. So it was all nice, smooth, and what, first class is first class. There's aircon, the chairs are bigger. Oh my god, it was all nice. And then we actually didn't think of any consequences, but because one of my friends, she travels a lot. She actually has been probably to 23 plus countries so far, and she said we can actually sit there because normally it's not really of a big crime, because they also know that there are no seats and probably there is also no place to stand. So but she was like, we can just sit there, and if they come and they don't want us there, now the patrols, if they come and they don't want us there, they can just tell us to go back to second class. So we made ourselves comfortable. And for me, I even slept the whole journey, like I was sleeping so peacefully. So while I was sleeping, actually my friends were going through some tough time that I didn't realize. I only realized when my friend woke me up to give my sorry. I only woke up when my friend woke me up to give my passport or my ID, my German ID. So I was like, what is happening? So actually, the patrols came, and then there were 2. There's one that is a bit younger than the other one, and then the older one was a bit of those people that not of a bully, but you can say that you are being bullied, because the way he was handling the whole situation, he was not even explaining as to why. He was like, yeah, where's your ticket? What? And then we showed our tickets, and our tickets were saying second class, not first class. And for us, we knew that the mistake was from our side, so we cooperated so well. We didn't throw any tantrums and whatnot, so it was okay with us. But then this man, the way he handled the situation wasn't so good, actually. And then the other young guy was like, actually there's nothing I can do about it. I wish I could have helped you guys, but then my colleague has already taken the matter from me, something like that. So in other words, it says that my friend was right at the beginning when she said we can actually sit here, and if they don't want us here, then they will just tell us that we should go back to first class. And then that was just confirmed when the guy said, no, actually I could have done something, but then my colleague took it from me, so he's now the one that is handling it. Probably he could have helped. Probably he could have told us that we should just go back to second class. So this guy, I don't want to say bad things about him, but honestly, he was just being a bully. And he maybe felt like, yeah, he'll get us in trouble and whatnot. Oh my god. It was just, so he wrote us tickets. Everyone, we were 4, so he wrote us tickets, and then our tickets were the same price, but I don't know why on the blue ticket that we got, the fine ticket now, we got fined because we broke the rules. And I talked about the rules, and actually I said I'm learning the hard way, but then we broke one of them. So the tickets were 53 euro, but then it depends to how many times you book with this thing. So I think one of my friends ticket was a bit cheaper, or I actually don't know, but then I know there was no big difference. So when the fine ticket came, when the fine ticket came, now me, I was confused the whole thing. I was like, what is happening? Because I just woke up and the person was already done writing the tickets. He, like, the fine ticket, he just wanted my ID and whatnot. So I was like, oh. And then when I checked the ticket, it was like 200 euro fine, 201 euro fine. And I checked my friend, one of my friends' ticket, and then it was 100 and something, and then the other one was 100 and something also, and then the other one also was 201. So it was like two of them, he made them the same price, and then the other two, he made them the same price. It's when we realized that this guy is not serious, he just wants to scare us, and he's just bullying us, because why are the tickets not the same price? Because our normal tickets are also the same price. And then we were very confused. Now we are going to pay 200 euro when we already paid 50 something euro. And mind you, one of the people that we were with is, he just came from Namibia, and it was so scary for him, because imagine being fined in a foreign country and you are just there to visit. Oh my god. I'm sorry. It was probably maybe a small traumatic event to him, but yeah, but I feel him though. So we had to get off the train after everything. After one of the stops, we had to make sure that we call the not Rheinbahn, but the Debe center. Debe is like where the tickets are from and the operators of the trains. So I had to call them. And you know, when I say that in Germany, when you get a Strafe, like you get fined, the people won't look for you, you have to look for them. So we had to make sure that we look for them. So we called them, and do you know what we said when we called? We're like, where do people go when they have when they are being fined? So they were like, no, you have to come back to the office tomorrow, or you can actually just they said, yeah, you can actually just go online and whatnot. So, and then my friend was like, okay guys, just relax, what. But then me, I wasn't understanding it, and they actually felt like I felt so bad because of how I was looking, because I just came from a deep, nice sleep with aircon and whatnot that is more quiet with a comfortable seat. So I was looking a bit different, and they probably felt like, no, it affected me in such a bad way. But then honestly, it didn't really affect me that bad. But then yeah, it moved me. And for the fact that my ticket was 200 and something, and then their tickets was 100 and something. So my friend was like, okay, you guys don't worry, I'll pass by the DB office tomorrow and I go to work, and then I'll tell you the news. So when she passed there, she was like, the people were like, no, you don't need to like necessarily come here, you can just go on online and search us up, and then you put in the what the issue is. So that's what we actually did. And then guess what, these people said they'll get back to us within 7 days. And you know, you were scared to get a yellow envelope in the course of the weekend also for you, while waiting for the yellow envelope, because sometimes what if the people didn't really receive the thing, and you also didn't pay the 200 fine that was written in the ticket. And then guess what, guys? So after a week or so, the results came out, and then guess what? We only had to pay 7 euro something each. So that means that I honestly do not understand why the guy had to put 200 and 100 and something at our tickets. He probably thought that we didn't have tickets at all, or what. But I don't understand it, because we gave him our tickets that we had before. My god. So it turned out that it wasn't really something to be worried about. So we just had to pay like 7 euro each, and then the whole issue was it was cleared up. But then it also just taught me something, that if the rule says what in Germany, just follow the rules. So beloved family, those are just some of Germany's strictest, and I don't want to say weirdest rules. And also my chaotic experiences while trying to adapt to these rules and the whole new environment and whatnot. And yeah, tell me, so which one was more of a shock to you? Tell me in the comment section. I'll be really happy to hear about it. And if you please liked this video, if you liked any part of it, please hit the subscribe button. Please don't forget to like and help me share. Ciao, and see you in the next video.